Hi, we are in Catalonia, close to Barcelona. I don't tell you exactly where. So we want to make an Iranian bread called Barbari. Maybe you know, maybe you are Iranian and you want to learn. I will do it in English because probably many people in the world, they know Iran and they had ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, they want to make this bread. So we will make it. For that you need basic flour. I have this good one. I just didn't have basic one, but you can always use basic flour. Also you need integral flour. It's good for the taste and also the color will be nicer with this flour. You also need yeast, which is fresh and it's live yeast. You should keep it in the fridge. You can find it in the market. Also baking soda, no, what is it?
Chemical.
Yeah, chemical. It's like baking powder. No, again, no. Is it baking powder? Yeah, it's baking powder. It's just the package is different. I think the famous package is this one. We don't have it, no? Okay, it's a red one. So we have everything here. Also, you will for sure need a bit of salt and sugar, which you can find in all the houses. And for the painting, I will tell you later. So what we do, I don't use the, you also need water, but I don't use this. I'm not going to tell you the capacity and, no, fuck.
Quantity.
The quantity, how much you should use. I just say half, so it's 500 grams. But imagine you have used some part and you want to make, so use the half. So it's always the half. Now we are going to use half of 1 kilogram of flour, so it will be 500 grams. So as much as you use the basic flour, you use half the integral. So in our case, we are using 500 grams of normal flour or basic flour, and then we use 250 grams of integral flour. So I'm going to put them all together and I come back to you again. So I put the fresh yeast in warm water. I used for this quantity of flour, I used the half pack, 25 gram pack of fresh yeast, and I put it in warm water for some minutes. And also I added 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar, depending on your depending how you want it to taste, more salty or more sweet, you can change the quantity of salt. And also it depends with what you are going to eat it. So I like the bread a bit more salty. We add all the ingredients. They are dry ingredients. Before adding the watery yeast, we mix them all together a little bit. Then we add this already milky, actually, yeast. Then we start really slow like this for the yeast to go everywhere. We try to do that. Then we start playing with the mix to have some good shape, like everywhere together. But I'm not going to show you everything. Also you should have this, you should gain this experience by making different dough. Actually, while playing, you will think you need more water or you need more flour, and actually sometimes it is on your fingers and you cannot get rid of it, so you add flour to your hands. And now we are going to add water. For this amount of flour we will add something like 200 milligrams of water, but it's up to you. You can see the shape and add more or less water. For now I think it's fine. I'm going to pause the video and come back to you when I have a very good shape. See you. Okay. Can you show it? Now you see it's almost one part altogether, but it wasn't like I didn't add any flour. I also added some flour to make it easier for my hand not to be part of the whole dough. So it's like you add a bit to your hands or to the side, and then you start doing this. And you can gain this shape after almost 10 minutes, and just be patient and you will reach this point easily. And you see how nice is the shape of our dough. And also after all this you will leave it for almost 2 hours. You can see the process in between. After 1 hour you can see that it grows, and it's by the yeast, of course. And also the good shape you have made, make it nicer. It will be all the same shape everywhere, and it will be like a very nice half sphere. Then I will tell you how to make the rest. Sorry? Tell.
Okay.
You will also cover it with a textile you have in your kitchen. It should be clean. That's
And
it.
leave it in a dry space.
Sorry?
Leave
of
it.
course dry. So this is how your yeast be after 2 hours. During these 2 hours I was thinking, no, I was checking the video we took for making the dough. Oh, sorry. So this is how your dough will be after 2 hours. During these 2 hours I was watching the video we made previously, and I realized that I'm calling flour. So it's like that. It's my accent. So see you when we are making the bread with the paint and everything. So this is how your dough will be after 2 hours. I'm almost lying because in the middle we were hungry, so we ate. So it's almost 2.5 hours, but it's day one. It's the same. So now I'm gonna tell you how to prepare it. Here we have 3 different things. We have sesame
Blanco.
Yeah, it's white sesame. If you can find the black one, better, but we couldn't find it here. This is, I don't know the name. What is the name of this?
Poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds. Seeds, actually.
Mapola.
This is sesame seed. Mapola in Spanish.
Amapola.
Amapola in Spanish, and in English?
Poppy.
Poppy seeds. And this is salvago de trigo, but in English I don't remember. What was it?
We don't know.
I will tell you later. So, what do we... For the painting you also need a sauce, kind of a sauce, but you make it really easy. You just add 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of flour. Then mix it with water on the fire, and when it starts to boil you turn off the fire, and then you use the liquid to paint the top. So I will prepare this, then I will come back to you. So here you see the mixture of water and flour, a bit of flour, which is going to boil. Meanwhile, I prepare the bread. So, like always, we need a little bit of flour to make our hands dry. But we had some leftover, no? No. So I use this one. I put it here to be handy to use whenever I want. So this is bran flour actually, or powder, whatever you call. This is for the bottom of the bread, and so wherever you want to flatten your bread, you pour this bran as much as you want, more better. It makes it the bottom a nice color and also a nice taste. So I'm going to take our dough out. You can smell the yeast, you know, but not now, but when you are making your own bread, for sure you will. So this is our dough after resting. We almost beat it a lot. This Barbari bread is made, they make it small, not small, but different long bars. But the way we are going to make it, or I like to make it, is as big as possible. So we want to make it the size of our oven plate. This is our oven plate. We already put paper. I don't like paper, but since mine is not clean enough, I use paper, but you can use without paper. I think it's better without paper. This is already boiling, it's coming out. So I show you now what to do. We almost flattened our bread. Since it is so big, we don't do everything now here. We try to put it in the plate of the oven. Now I need some help from my girlfriend, so I will start the video when I put it in the plate. We move the shape here without any change. We just needed 4 hands because it was so big and it's so elastic. So I try to make the shape of the plate. It's really easy now because of the nice texture we made. I don't like myself, but I like my dough. So mine is a bit thick. It's the same. You could make it thinner, and at the end it will be thick enough. So it's always fine. So now the liquid we made, we try to paint it. You can use a spoon, whatever, but we have this nice brush. Like it's not for painting the wall, it's for cooking, but you can also use that if it is clean. So we try to put it everywhere. You could also use a little bit of salt in this liquid to make the surface salty as well. I normally don't use, so I'm not doing it. And also I need to tell you that it's not my first time doing this. The first time I did, I made 3, 4 thinner breads, and recently I've started to make it this big, because I think it's at the end it's nicer. It's like a big cake, and here in Europe they make everything like bigger. I don't know, but it's like that. It's so strange what I said, but so when you paint it everywhere and you see everywhere shiny, you use your fingers and make these lines. For the dinner of Christmas, I took this bread to a dinner party, and they said it's like the flag of Catalonia. Yeah, it has. But I couldn't make the color actually. It's not easy to make color on bread. I don't know if they do it, but it's the way it is. It's so elastic. I do other way around. The good thing about using paper is you can move the bread with the paper easily. So at the end maybe it's better. Do whatever you like. Try different forms. And at the end it's about the form. The bread is always eatable. If it is ugly, you can still eat it. So practice. Then, after making these lines, we again fill it with the liquid. This is just to make it shiny, and also it helps the seeds stay on the bread and paste to the surface. Becomes part of the bread. So, depends on you. I like it a lot, and I always think that my bread is more special with more seeds, so you use as much as you like. There is some black sesame as well inside. We were lucky. As much as you like. I'm making this bread for the special dinner of the New Year, so I want it very special. Then I use these seeds, black seeds. I remember
Poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds.
It's aphrodisiac.
If you have a kid, you can ask them to do this part. It's like a game for them. More? Not a game? Children like to do these things. So it's ready. Yeah. Now for the oven, I don't recommend any strict. It depends on your oven. And also, meanwhile the cooking, you can always check it. I put it on 200, between 200 and 180 to 200. Then the cooking time, it depends on how you like it. I normally put it between 30 minutes to 45 minutes, but try always checking how is the top. I like it more crispy or crispy, I don't know, but it's up to you. You can always check, and when it is almost golden the top, it means that it's done. And they say the the color of the top is a proof that also inside is done. So don't worry about the inside or the bottom. It will be done. So I'm going to put it, and after, when it's finished, I tell you how long I put it in the oven. But I never use this timing like 30 minutes and done. I always check it. See you. So after almost 30 minutes, our bread is done. As you see, I put it in the middle of the oven. It was for almost 15 minutes in 200, then I lowered it, and now it's at the end for 5 minutes on 200 again. Now I'm going to turn it off and show you the outcome of the bread. So, as you see, this is the color at the end. It's really nice. I like it a bit well done, like this. I would like to have it everywhere like this, but that's fine. So we have the leftover of the bran here, so I'm going to take it out. It burns, but better to do it now. It's so easy. Might break. Can you show you can see the bottom here? This is how the bottom will be. It's good for your bread to breathe, so for that I will put this on the sink and put our bread here to breathe. That's it. Then later, when it's cold, we put it in on the bran that we already have here. So you can also put it now for a moment and then put it back here. This is our bread. I can show it like this to you, and when it's done you can easily break it by hand. You don't need to use a knife because it's really soft. And that's it. Thanks for watching.